my question right now.
I'm gonna put money on Julio. I think that people are still sleeping on Ken in some regard.
Yeah.
Chris T has asked everyone to sleep on him. And so we're looking at, oh, nice roundhouse.
Very nice combo as well. Julio with the corner position.
He's a solid character. He's not the best by any means, but if he definitely has tools that if you're not ready to deal with them, you will just be punished.
NORESPECT going to challenge with that. There's a back throw, trying to push it back to the corner.
Wow, what a punish. That headbutt doesn't hit you when you're crouching, and he went for the maximum way to punish that. Oh, use his shield, get some defense. Now he's trying to convert.
God, he almost
low.
had a big conversion right there.
Yeah, it seemed like he was too low for that pickup. Because the second hit will launch you, so he was already too low.
Yeah. That's Julio takes the first round. A lot of scrambling, but very fun scrambles.
And I think that, you know, if I was Julio, I'm looking to do as much damage as I can in every single round.
Julio is one of those players where he's a believer in optimal damage. I'm not saying that he doesn't believe in opportunities either, but he would rather just optimize every single piece of damage that he can get. Oh my goodness.
Uses the armor, shimmies him with down fierce, but Julio's having none of that. He EXDPs and now it's his turn. NORESPECT is looking for that next V meter to get his mix-up game going, but is unable to.
Julio just responding to all the aggression. There's a back Aegis, unfortunately countered with a throw, another throw.
Oh my God!
He went for it.
You know what? You got to go for stuff.
Can win.
It is the 3 out of 5 set. It's good to represent early.
It's just that he was so far away.
Yeah, he was.
That you're not reacting at that point. You're like looking for
something else completely
stand light
different.
kick or like,
standing roundhouse most likely.
Yeah, something like you're like kind of going down a shorter list of possibilities.
Yeah.
And I would suggest some restraint.
No, some restraint would be really good, but that's kind of NORESPECT's style. He'll go for that high risk, low reward play, but that low reward play would have opted into a victory.
Right, like just like right there, right? Well, he was fishing for something right there, did EX headbutt, and thankfully in that situation, Julio was so far that Julio couldn't do anything about that, and now we have NORESPECT in the driver's seat. Maybe he's gonna take this.
Very nice confirm from Julio. That was a really late cancel off of that V trigger.
Nice whip combo. And he just keeps going at it. Since he doesn't have the meter, he's unable to convert to V. Oh, tries to whip punish.
That would have been so good. Now that, Julio was just not ready for that overhead at that time. Just blocks low, eats it. NORESPECT, first round of game 2.
And where Julio shines is in this mid-range and then also pressure options. And so he needs to be playing to his strengths as much as he can.
Yeah, as long as he's able to do his whiff punish game, he'll be good to go. But NORESPECT is, or at least earlier, was able to put him into a position where he wasn't allowed to get that going. And now Julio is able to get that going. This could be a very,
he went for optimal stun right there, and now he's crossed up, but he's safe. Wow, no punish there.
This is a punish.
Able to back throw to victory. So you saw it was a really smart play by Julio where he went for back throw, went for maximum stun, maximum damage, and he just didn't hit the mark, right? And that's going to happen. But thankfully, he was able to make it out of there.
But he's putting a ton of pressure on NORESPECT. There's no challenge right there. Those runs are negative.
He's standing right outside that range, as you can see. No throw can hit him, no EX headbutt. Julio definitely got him in a place where he was not ready to react.
And that was another quick round. Julio now is going to be
2-0.
2-0, yep.
2-0. And now, you know what's interesting too is, even though it's 2-0, NORESPECT was in this situation recently on stream and was able to win 2 straight right after that.
Yeah, so it's AM Kid, right? I was watching on the side.
It kind of gets his engine warmed up. He's like working on that. He's like trying to, you know, he has 2 jackets on. Maybe he needs to take a jacket off, put another jacket on. I don't know. Like, I think that he has to pull from within, and he can take these games because points matter. Even if you don't get the W, getting these point differentials are a big deal.
Yeah, and the last thing you ever want to go for is to be 3-0'd, because the next day it's going to be that much harder, and then on Sunday even harder.
Yeah. And on a side note, do you think Julio looks like a young Takamura with his hairstyle?
I didn't think about that.
You didn't. If you think about that,
now I am.
Hashtag NCFC3. Talk about the hairstyle. Okay, so Julio's up 2-0. Tries to go for the overhead, gets back thrown, and now NORESPECT in the driver's seat, pushing Julio with these full screen firebombs. It looks like an adjustment. But
yeah,
will this adjustment pay out?
It's an interesting defensive adjustment, but he doesn't get any offense going either. And I know he's trying to aim to probably get that V skill in there somewhere.
Oh, he goes for the stand tech. He gets blown up for it. Doesn't block his face.
I'm not going to kill, but this is a seriously bad situation.
Oh, I don't know. He was going for EX headbutt. For sure. For sure. That was a jump medium punch.
Yeah, NORESPECT just not looking like NORESPECT right now.
Yeah, I think Ted's a really good player. And the situation here is unlike anything, right? You're playing against the best players all the time. You don't have a match against some scrub to warm you up. You have to play these guys back to back to back.
No,
it's
absolutely.
It's stressful on every player.
And we were talking about this, where in this tournament, you're going to realize your mortality as a player. That you just simply cannot do the same thing to everybody and get away with it.
That's right, and we're seeing that with some of these situations where Julio's betting on those headbutts, but NORESPECT takes it. It's 1-1. Can NORESPECT bring it to 2-1? Can NORESPECT win the set from here?
Well,
Does he have enough info?
Absolutely needs it. Now let's see if he can convert both players with roughly a full stick of butter. He expends the EX dash right there. Nice anti-air.
He's kind of just running into some buttons here and there, looking for different things, using the headbutt to avoid throws, which I think is pretty smart when you're a Urien player. It's throw invincible.
I think Julio in general is looking for NORESPECT to be over-aggressive, especially on dashes. However, right here, NORESPECT gets the stun. It is going to be a 2-1.
It's going to be a 2-1, and I think this is really indicative of NORESPECT being able to take on that information in a first to 3 setting that you wouldn't be able to do in a 2 out of 3 tournament scenario.
This is a really good indicator, right? Because he can go back to these matches, he can review even the matches that are offline. But when you have a slow start like that, that's a pretty good indicator for you to say, well, how do I start my matches faster so I can get on the ball early? That way, if I'm at a 2 out of 3 tournament, I don't get 0-2.
That's right.
So this is a really good research for him to really start to study his own game, his own mentality, and just try to refine that. An uppercut.
Yeah, he looks like he made a small adjustment. He's been trying to wake up with crouch jab so he doesn't stand tech, but no, he does EX headbutt again.
Now it's not going to kill, but I mean, this is a huge deficit.
Again. Last time it was 3 strongs. This time it was just a jab into throw. Julio takes the first round of possibly the last game of this set.
It could be. We saw this again that previous game. So if NORESPECT has the ability right now to completely change the way Julio thinks, the way he's being rhythmic. And so far, Julio in the zone right now.
And I understand what you're saying. Julio's on match point here. NORESPECT clutching on to life.
Yeah, he's playing really defensively. He's trying he's not even picking his spots. He's really just trying to get anything going at this point. Yeah. I don't blame him, though. It is part of NORESPECT's style. He wants to get things going.
And I do like the movement, right? He's able to find a couple whiff punishes, anti-airs, etc. with this play style or this adjustment. He's finally in V-Trigger, too.
There's some damage right there.
Let's see if he's able to turn it into even more. Yes, he does. Does Julio know the matchup? Doesn't matter.
He decided, I don't know if he ran out of V-Trigger 2 or he decided not to use V-Trigger 2. It was kind of tricky. It was at the very edge of it.
I would have to believe that he knew that V-Trigger 2 was over and he just went for the overhead.